Hey there, I'm Karen Dark, and today I'm going to review the new Twilight battle mode in the raid for the Filth. This is the commodity that's in the Armory today when there's the Halloween event that you can purchase different bundles of commodities, special camouflage, Tier 8, Tier 9, Tier 10 infernal camouflage. And these you can mount on any Tier 8 ship that you want, and it'll be assigned to that ship and becomes a permanent camouflage for it. So kind of a neat feature that Wargaming's brought in, and I think it's pretty cool. And this battle mode I found to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do some quick pointers here just to help prepare for it. It's pretty much a trial and error thing, but what you have is three ship classes: destroyer, cruiser, and battleship. And the destroyer initially is the gearing, and then if you gain enough experience through battles, then it allows you to upgrade to the Shimakaze, and then you can upgrade from there to the Khabarov. With the cruisers, it begins with the Hindenburg, goes to the Alaska, and then finally to the Henry. And battleships: Republic, Yamato, and then Montana. So right here, we just finished killing the first ship, and you notice there's a circle that opens up, and there's a number with the filth inside, and that's declining. Every couple of seconds you lose a point or two, and so one of your ships has to get into there and load up as much of the filth as you can. And the different classes of ships have different cargo space. Destroyers have 500 cargo space, and they can fill that in those circles at 5 filth per second. Cruisers can fill at 10 filth per second and can store a total of 700 cargo. And battleships, 1,000 cargo space, 30 filth per second. And the way this all works, this is a team effort. So what you all collect collectively is what you share at the end. If you make it out the exit, you get everything that you loaded into your cargo bay, and all of your teammates as well. If any of you die, or all of you die, you get 20% of what you collected. So there's a big incentive to help keep teammates alive and make it out alive. Communication is a good one. This battle here was just a random pickup group, and so not a lot of communication, but it works. So I collected here. They're already moving to the next, towards the next. If you look at the mini-map, there's 3 green dots, and those are initial spawn points. Those don't diminish. They're 200 filth each. And obviously with 3 different teams of 3 humans, and then the random bots, there's a lot of targets to shoot. Every ship that you or your teammates sink, that generates or unlocks 1 point for you for your consumables. So your heals, or your rate of fire, your torpedo reload, whatever your ship's equipped with. And those change as you upgrade your ships too, so it's kind of cool. The torpedoes are very fast. They're not Savage Battles quick, but they're very fast. Every gun in the game looks like it penetrates 50 millimeters of armor. So the guns on the destroyers, they're automatic firing, so they act like a secondary, but they do pen 50 millimeters. They do a lot of damage. The secondaries on the battleship, same thing, 50 mil a pen. Don't need IFHE. Just I think on my build here, I put AFT on just to get 6 kilometers of range on this destroyer, and that seemed to pay off. No friendly fire, and detonations are eliminated as well, so you don't have to worry about your detonation flags in this. That central white point on the mini-map, that's the exit point. And that doesn't unlock until partway through the game. And eventually you'll see Rasputin pop on the map as well. I don't know if it's a completely random. I'm suspecting he's got several spawn points available, but one thing, when he dies, he leaves a very large pool of filth. It's guaranteed to fill your cargo bays and probably then some. He does take a lot of work to sink, though. When you do get out of this, the filth can be used in the armory. There's a new Halloween section, And there's 3 different levels of bundles, and each of them is more expensive to purchase. You've got a tier 8, tier 9, and tier 10 bundles. It's various, and it's kind of random packages, similar to what was introduced with the Italian commander here recently. And it can be, again, random consumables. It can be the new infernal permanent camouflage, and these are kind of neat. So a tier 8, relatively cheap to purchase. And if you get the infernal camouflage, you can put it on any tier 8 ship. Once you've installed it, it becomes assigned to that ship, so it's a permanent camouflage for that ship. And so it's a neat feature. Same with the tier 9, same with the tier 10. So if you play a lot of this, if you're looking for some permanent camouflages to help you in your regular day-to-day fights, then this is a good way to do it. Top of the center, you can see the oil total is going up. My cruiser, he's in a pool over there. So there's a total in transit that's in our ships, and then a total extracted, and that's what we get out, assuming we get out. This event looks like it runs through November 27th, so we've got a good long time to play this, get better at it, and collect the filth. Early on in the game, you end up doing this a lot. So fill your cargo bay. This is where the cruisers and the battleships have the advantage. They drain these pools much, much quicker. And you can see ahead there the icon for the exit. It's not open yet. And if you watch the damage numbers, the guns with their auto firing, they're actually pretty effective. And the torpedoes are pretty fast, so you've got to be aware. Some of the artwork in this event is pretty impressive. The critter in the cage up top there. I love these events. Wargaming puts a lot of effort into them, and it's a lot of fun. Good variety from the random battles. So the teams are gradually making their way towards this portal, and makes life a little more interesting. Trying to get in to support the battleship got fairly aggressive. There's lots of time, no need to be in here quite this quickly. Some torpedo beats going on here. And a bit of luck. we lost our battleship. Now we're just trying to control the gateway to get out of here. So alternatively, you probably wouldn't need to come in here this quickly, because once people leave, they're gone. So if you have a good trio of teams and you work together, you don't actually have to kill each other. Although that's half the fun. So currently the cruiser and I only have 583 of the Filth loaded. Our battleship spent a lot of time fighting and not a lot of time collecting. But new event too, so. Cruisers, you can see the icon on him. He's got 170 loaded, or 176 loaded at the moment. And we just got the note, the portal's open. So he's going to try and grab some more oil at his risk. I just got out, so I pulled out 407, so the team's guaranteed 407 each. He's loading up quickly. He's got a pile of torpedoes coming in. And there's 3 human enemies left. And more torpedoes. He did a really good job of avoiding those. So his efforts, he ended up gaining quite a bit more oil. And he's making a beeline for the exit. And that's not bad. He could have gained, what, 131 more and he would have been full. But better to get out with a bunch than get killed and only get 20%. So we pulled out 976, and you can either leave the game or you can go into spectator mode. And this being my very first game, I figured, we'll see what's going on and how it works. The 2 battleships in the top right corner of the map, they ended up defeating Rasputin, and there's a big pool of filth up there. The one battleship's full at 1,000 already, and the other one, well, he'll be full to 1,000 shortly. I've sped this segment up double speed just to show you what happens as the timer gets closer to the end. So they're both loaded with 1,000. Pretty good haul for a day's work. You see 2 enemies on the mini-map. And this I found interesting. No torpedoes, but the destroyer rammed. Now we've got a warning. So note this time. You want to be close to that exit at this time in the game, because you start seeing a lot more enemies popping up on us. So it's good to see that they don't fire torpedoes, but I suspect they have the same kind of armor penetration that we do with that 50mm on all the guns, because you saw the way that battleship melted. And he's getting close to that cap. And he didn't make it. Dropped 800 oil, so the 2 of them got out with 200 each, so the team there got 400 plus whatever their third member got, 20% of that. So back in port, we've got the steel lancet, which again was the gearing. Of course, the Halloween art. You have to appreciate that. The consumables, regular repair party. Heals a pretty good amount once you get a charge. Torpedo rammer, which is basically torpedo reload. And engine boost. 60-second duration, 30% more speed. That one really helps. So it's good to save those consumables to when you run into humans, or if you have to go through Rasputin. Detectability is good. Torpedo range is 9. That's pretty solid. Like I said, the secondary armaments, fast firing, good turret traverse. I don't know if this is best loadout or not. Concealment expert, I added 1 kilometer of gun range with AFT, torpedo reload booster, some extra hit points, adrenaline rush for a little extra reload. The cruiser, it's Hindenburg. Pretty good speed at 40 knots. Detectability really doesn't matter too much in this game. Range 6 torpedoes, repair parties normal. It's actually got main battery reload booster, so that's a nice boost. 50 seconds, or 50%, sorry, in 40 seconds. And then a very short burst, range 12, is the hydro. Ten-second reload normally, so reload boost will drop that to 5. Typical range 6 torpedoes, pretty quick reload. It's Hindenburg armor. Quick look at skills. Just because the secondaries actually matter, AFT, I put some fireproof on. Don't know if that's a good use or not. Some extra hit points. There's a lot better, probably. The torpedo reload booster might be a good one, from 36 seconds down to 32, I guess. And then this is Republic. So yeah, regular repair party, decent hit point recovery. Internal endurance is a neat one. 10 seconds that you take 90% less damage. So you find a pile of torpedoes coming in on you, or a Rasputin or something, she's a good one. 32 knots. Main battery guns are similar to Republic's. Again, the 50 mil armor penetration on the secondaries, which is kind of nice. And loaded her up as a secondary build. A little bit of survivability with fireproof. If this helps, give me a like. And as always, until the next time, good hunting.